Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever BTU Wrestling News.com podcast. We are the ultimate ad-free podcast. I am Alex Dunnigan at Alex Dunnigan on Twitter with Brett Hadley at Brett Hadley on Twitter. And we have just concluded our episode of Monday Night RAW.
Oh, yes, we have.
Right off the USA Network. And no, Michael Cole, it is not live on the WWE Network.
Don't get me started on Michael Cole. Oh my gosh. What the hell was he wearing?
I don't know. But it looks like something you pull right out of Vince McMahon's wardrobe from 1995.
Oh my god. It was bad. I don't recommend it.
Don't go back and watch it. Whatever you do.
But this was the go-home episode of Raw for WWE Money in the Bank happening this Sunday.
Live on the network.
Yeah,
I got that pitch for a long time tonight.
Yeah. You can't really say pay-per-view.
And how did this show open?
With the principal owner of WWE, Stephanie McMahon.
And her luscious-looking body.
Yeah.
Everything but that face looked good today. That dress had the hourglass figure to it, which made her look even better. And boy, did she have some puppies popping out of her tonight.
Oh, yeah.
They were big and they were large and in charge.
Let's talk about the reason why she was out there, because last week they sent Vicky on a quest to get them coffee. Them as in the Authority, and on her way back to the Authority, ran into Roman Reigns.
Big man himself.
Roman said something, Vicky went away. He supposedly spiked it, as Vicky would claim.
Later on, Roman did it!
And then Vicky also sneezed on the coffees because of Vince McMahon.
Yeah, Vince McMahon. In his perfect world, there's no sneezing. We should be able to control that.
That's a different story for a different time.
You'll hear that later on in our show.
Vicky ends up delivering the coffee, and Stephanie does what?
Blows chunks. Like an elephant shooting water all over Vicky.
Oh,
ew.
Yep.
It was nasty.
You knew it was fake. It was still disgusting.
Oh yeah, because it just went, and her scream did not end.
Oh no, never.
As we go on, we hear there's going to be a match later tonight.
Yes. Stephanie McMahon gave Vicky the choice. 1, I could fire your ass. Or 2, they could have a match right here on Raw.
Stephanie McMahon versus
Vicky Guerrero.
And it happened later that night.
Yes.
We'll get to that later.
It's legit scheduled.
As the show moved on, we come out and we have some new Wyatt family music.
Oh god. Talk about that music. That was the highlight of this whole segment. Holy cow. Lights go out. Did we expect it's a Wyatt yet or not?
I kind of did due to the creepy music, and because he's got the whole world in his hands, it's been the thing going on. It had that feel to it.
But regardless, everybody still had their phones out. This new weird ukulele type music started playing. It fits them. But
the crowd did not know what to do.
No, they were silent during it. It was crazy. But Luke Harper of the Wyatt family faced off against Jimmy Uso in singles action, and man, that's crazy.
This podcast has been longer than that match.
Yeah, seriously, that match was not very long. Like this podcast is 4 minutes long right now. That match did not even last 4 minutes.
Oh no, not even close.
And then Luke Harper picks up the victory real quick, and they start walking away. And then what's the famous line?
Uso crazy.
Uso crazy.
That's what we got tonight. We got some Uso crazy, and the match was there's another one that happened.
Yeah.
Jey Uso versus Eric Rowan.
Uh-huh.
It went on about as long as the first one.
Exactly.
But Eric Rowan picked up the victory.
No,
I'm sorry.
Uso.
Jey Uso picked up the victory, making it a one-on-one.
And comment about the Uso crazy. If they don't make a t-shirt of it,
we will.
We definitely will.
That'll be coming to our store if you haven't already checked it out.
But
BTU Wrestling News.com shop.
Yep, Usos and Wyatts are now 1-1. This Sunday, the Usos will be defending their titles against Wyatts at Money in the Bank. And I personally am going for the Wyatt family. What about you, Donovan?
Oh, definitely hands down Wyatt family. I want the Wyatt family to come home with the tag team gold, and they could also potentially come home with all the gold.
Oh, yeah.
You could have Bray Wyatt winning the Money in the Bank WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match.
That's right.
And bringing home that championship. That could be a shining moment for them.
Oh, yeah.
Much like the Shield did.
And the Usos had a really good run, and they won it on the perfect moment.
Oh, yeah. Back on the March 3rd edition of Raw.
Oh, yeah, in Chicago, that hot crowd. And they deserved it. They deserved it.
They had it coming.
They've had the run.
They have, and it's time that they drop the title.
Yeah, and they were champions during Mania, so, you know.
I was honestly hoping the Ascension would drop their titles on NXT.
Yeah.
And come up and fight for the WWE one.
They were at a live event.
It's needed. They would definitely help revive the tag team.
Oh, yeah, man.
Division. It's looking fairly nice right now. Daniel Bryan did not appear on Raw. Nope.
It was announced on Raw that at the Money in the Bank pre-show kickoff, whatever you're
gonna call it, they call it a kickoff, but it's whatever.
I've also heard pre-show. Maybe that's just for Raw and SmackDown.
The first half an hour.
Okay, before the pay-per-view / special event / WWE Network show. I don't know. Okay.
Before that begins.
So
we have Daniel Bryan.
At the kickoff show, Daniel Bryan will be at the kickoff show addressing the fact that he was stripped of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And Alex over here, he's not a big fan of Daniel Bryan, are you?
Not so much, no.
And why?
The dude deserves everything that he's gotten for the title.
Yes.
He does deserve the title. I will not take that away from him. But he is hurt, clearly. They let him hold the title even though they knew he was hurt. They let him have neck surgery, for God's sake, with the title.
Yeah, but
that never happens in the history of WWE. John Cena has given up the title for neck surgery.
Yes.
Randy Orton has given up the title for breaking his clavicle.
Yes.
They give it up when they get hurt. And Daniel Bryan got to hold it through a pay-per-view, and I think the only reason that even remotely got to happen is because he did show up. But I still was pissed off we did not get a title match payback.
Okay, but, I mean, you gotta understand, the build-up to it was just phenomenal.
I can't take it away.
From SummerSlam to WrestleMania, building all this authority, Daniel Bryan, the title, and earning his spot and proving himself, and he finally got that moment at WrestleMania. And then
everyone knew it was going to happen in Mania. We all knew he was going to win the title.
But it was well-deserved.
It was, yeah.
And then it all went down, and then, I don't know.
He has had a rough... He got married.
Yeah.
And then his father passed away.
Yeah.
And now we're to the point where...
he got neck surgery.
Yeah,
and he got stripped of the title. Man, his career just sucks right now.
But he needs to go away, and he needs to come back and get that huge push that every superstar gets when they come back from getting injured. I am fine with him getting the title back as soon as he comes back. That is fine. But just let him fade away for a little bit. Let him have his time to heal.
I mean, would you be okay with him appearing every few weeks or so? Like, what about the kickoff part that he's doing?
I don't know. I feel like when Cena returned at the Royal Rumble 08, he had left at No Mercy. That was in October. Came back in January, and it was a huge hype return. Nobody knew it was going to happen, but it happened. Mm-hmm. And that's what Daniel Bryan needs. The crowd will get right behind him again.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
forget about him. I mean, I think right now the problem with WWE is they don't have anybody big enough to hold them right now.
I don't know, Cena.
Punk's gone. Daniel Bryan's injured.
Yes.
They're down to... They have a lot of talent, but the crowd doesn't get behind many people. The people they do get behind, like Ziggler, they don't get anything. But we move on with the show. We get a video package of Lana in front of the Capitol. Lana. Beautiful.
Just Lana.
Oh, Rusev's there, but...
Who?
That guy. We all care about Lana and her lovely legs.
I don't even care what Lana says. I just like staring.
She promotes Mother Russia in a rather long video package.
Yeah, it was decent.
And you gotta love, we live in a country you can call your president a pussy and get away with it.
It's crazy.
We move on. We get some Divas action as Paige comes down for commentary. And the match is Naomi versus Alicia Fox.
Crazy Fox.
Crazy Foxy. And The highlight of this match, Cameron on commentary.
You can go and throw the match out the window. It didn't even happen. Right?
No. You had Paige on commentary there. You had Jerry the King Lawler. You had Michael Cole, and you had JBL.
Yeah.
And the only one you could hear was Cameron flapping her gums a million miles an hour.
Oh my God, it was so annoying. And we have a good friend of ours named Dustin who watches the show with us every Monday. And
shout out to you, X-Blade.
He loves the Divas. Like, absolutely loves them. That's like the main reason why he watches pro wrestling, I swear. And yeah, he loves Divas so much. He traveled from Iowa to New Orleans just to watch Lita get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's just saying something.
That was his main attraction to go down there.
But he loves Divas so much, but man, he even got annoyed with Cameron.
Yeah, he could not say shut the fuck up enough.
It was crazy. And
it was funny though.
I don't like Cameron that much, and I never have, and now it's not helping.
No.
With this, definitely not. Keep
Her
her off the
splitting.
mic. Keep her out of the ring.
And another thing with that, you have them come down to somebody call my mama.
Yeah.
Where's Brodus?
Who's Brodus?
Who's Brodus anymore? Getting released. Somebody calls mama. Now you ain't got to call his mama no more. He probably lives in her basement.
Yeah.
He has nothing better to do now.
Oh God.
You have Naomi win that match, and we get
But did Alicia Fox ever have her crazy meltdown?
No, she never did.
Why?
I think they went to a backstage segment after that. So.
Oh man.
But Naomi wins, and then we get announced for Money in the Bank. We are going to have Naomi versus Paige.
Yes.
For the Divas title.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to that.
I am as well. It's going to be a fairly decent match, I believe.
How do you spell champion?
C-H-A.
Oh, no.
What?
It's completely wrong. What are you talking about?
Okay, how do you do it then?
T-I-T-U-S. Titus.
It's Titus O'Neil time, baby.
Titus O'Neil faced off this week against Bo Dallas. And before we get to Bo Dallas, they showed a replay of SmackDown this past week where Adam Rose faced off against Titus O'Neil, didn't he?
He did. Oh, man, that was a comedy match in itself. Adam Rose doing the normal Adam Rose gimmick.
Yep.
And out of here comes Titus O'Neil getting rolled up by Adam Rose.
Yeah.
Claiming after the match, I didn't lose. If you're a man, you'll get in here and face me.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
So the match restarts, right?
Pinned again.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Adam Rose picked up another victory. And that is where we get into Bo Dallas coming out on Raw.
Oh my God, Bo Dallas is a great character.
He is golden character right there in Bo Dallas.
Back when he was in the Royal Rumble, he didn't have a character. That's what he was lacking, and people hated him for it. Now he has this awesome character, and he is just hilarious. Like back at NXT.
Oh man,
he got fired from NXT, and then he tried coming back. I believe it was at Takeover. And here comes the security trying to drag him out of the arena. He's trying to hold on to everything possible. Tries to outrun him, and oh my God, it was just straight up comedy. But yeah, he faced against Titus O'Neil, and he won.
Yeah, and he always had that look on his face.
Always that surprise look.
I won.
Oh my God, I'm 9-0.
9-0, and man, did JBL promote that.
Oh yeah, man.
Everything Bo.
It was hilarious.
And awesome.
He got in Titus's face and said, "Don't worry, Titus. All you gotta do is believe." Titus smacks the mic from right out of his hands, and Bo Dallas runs outside the ring, grabs the mic. Man, I got them butterfingers, don't I?
That was one of the comedy points of the night that I really enjoyed right there.
Oh, it is hilarious.
Bo Dallas never lets me down in what's going on.
No, and I mean, he came up from NXT, and NXT is looking bright.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean,
if you don't watch NXT on a weekly basis, then you are totally missing out on some of the greatest wrestling there is right now.
I mean, all the talent down there. I mean, WWE, the future is looking bright. Like that, I'm not just saying that, it looks bright.
You go anywhere else in the world and you have, Triple H coming out on the show and they hate him. He drops the best for business gimmick and people are just boo, boo. He walks out in NXT and everybody.
Oh yeah, man.
They love him
down
there because he knows what he's doing down there and it is looking great. I cannot complain.
I mean, like, just so many great talents. I mean, like, if you don't watch it, you need to. Every Thursday on the WWE Network,
Or if you don't even have time on Thursday, it's uploaded right after the show.
Yes,
You can
video
watch
on
it
demand.
literally whenever you want. There's no reason that you cannot watch NXT. It's an hour a week.
And in my opinion, it's kind of better than Raw, SmackDown, and all those shows.
Yeah, that show is shorter than our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very true.
We leave that and we go right into Triple H coming down the ramp.
Yeah. Yep. Getting ready to announce all the participants of the Money in the Bank ladder match, and I know you, Alex, had a different vision of mine, didn't you?
I did. I thought it was definitely going to be a qualifying match, as we had seen on Raws before for the WrestleMania Money in the Bank ladder matches. And it was nothing like that. He came out and he just threw us all the names.
Oh yeah, man.
Really quickly.
So we learned all the participants. I mean, the first one is Kofi Kingston.
Kofi's in there. Yeah, we have Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, definitely crowd favorite.
Yeah, and his reaction to that. The ones that I don't care much for, and then he announces Dolph Ziggler's name.
Yeah.
Crowd did not get behind that too well.
Oh no. But we also have Rob Van Dam, Mr. Money in the Bank.
Who Triple H liked to make fun of right before that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the Rob Van Dam signature fingers. Making him look like a joke. We go from him right to Bad News Barrett.
Yep. Intercontinental Champion, Bad News Barrett. We also have Jack Swagger. And
then the already previously announced Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Will be in that match.
Yeah.
With the surprise announced later. We'll get to that later on.
Yeah. We don't want to spoil anything, even though Raw's already over.
What do you think
with.
about this Money in the Bank ladder match? What are your views about who's going to win and how it's going to go?
I don't know, because there's some great talent in there, but I mean, like, I see Rollins winning.
I could definitely see that.
I don't see Kofi winning.
No, oh hell no.
I don't see Ziggler winning again.
Nah, Ziggler.
Who's Jack Swagger? I like Seth Coulter.
Dutch Mantel.
Rob Van Dam, maybe, but he would definitely lose if he cashed it in.
Yeah, I don't think Rob Van Dam would get it. Seth Rollins right now looks like the only guy outside of Bad News Barrett who could potentially win it.
Which, I don't know, because he has the IC title, so you never really know. But, regardless,
we get Seth Rollins walking down the ramp.
There you go. Yep.
And does he have some stuff to say?
Yep, crowd let him out, man.
Automatically chanting,
You sold out.
You sold out every week, everywhere he goes. And how did he react to that, Brett?
Man, that's 3 weeks ago. Get over it.
Yeah, just basic heel stuff that is still working to this day, and it is awesome to watch.
And I'm loving the Rollins character, along with the rest of the Shield.
Oh yeah, the character development there for all three of them, phenomenal.
I'm sad. I mean, everybody's sad to see the Shield go. But you knew that they were individual stars, and you knew that they were just going to be stars on their own.
Yeah, it's great.
And now that the Shield is, broken up, now's their moment. Now they're going to shine, and not only if,
Look at Roman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's so over, and they have the whole... They are the future.
Oh, yes.
They will be the top guys after John Cena and Randy Orton and all those people leave. So, I mean, I'm loving it.
We get interrupted by Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
Coming down saying, "Are you making fun of me?" Sounding like a normal pothead that he is. No offense to you, Rob Van Dam. You're a very kind guy, as we had met you in Chicago.
Yeah, we did. And Rollins said, "Yeah, I do respect you. If it was 2005."
Everyone is laughing at Rob Van Dam like he just got told off. And he says, "Oh, you mean like back when you were wanting to be a wrestler like me? Back when you were begging your parents to stay up and watch me on TV every night?"
Damn.
And now that was it.
Oh yeah.
That had led enough hype to get us right into that match. Rob Van Dam versus Seth Rollins.
And what a match that was.
That was a great one. That stomp to finish it off.
Oh God, beautiful.
That stomp was
I don't know.
amazing.
I don't know if you want to call it beautiful because it wasn't done correctly.
But Rob Van Dam, the way he sold that was great.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't learn to fall on your neck like that. He just does it and somehow does not get hurt.
He's Rob Van Dam, man.
But Rollins would end up picking up that victory. And then afterwards, Dean Ambrose came from, out of nowhere. And
I don't know if it wasn't even a victory. Dean Ambrose interfered.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Running by
We thought it was
DQ,
going to be a victory because of the stomp.
Yeah, that's right, because he came in and attacked him. And
Yeah.
Rollins
Then,
taken away.
Gets the mic.
Yeah.
Says he is going to totally take over the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and make it his.
Yep.
Drops the mic.
Picks it right back up.
It finishes by saying, unless they want to throw him in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Which they later on will oblige to, as Seth Rollins is backstage with Triple H saying he is going to cost me if you don't throw him in there. So you might as well put him in there, let me beat him down, and then win that way.
Yep. Ambrose is officially in the Money in the Bank. So, I mean, him and Rollins could win the Money in the Bank. You never know.
You never know.
Money in the Bank ladder match. Up next, live on Raw, Intercontinental Championship on the line.
BNB, Bad News Barrett, comes out dropping some bad news.
Yep.
And he's fighting Dolph Ziggler tonight for that title.
Yeah, and how it happened was last week on SmackDown, right?
Oh, man.
They faced in a non-title match, and guess what? Ziggler picked up the victory.
Over Bad News Barrett. Let that sink in for a minute.
I mean,
Ziggler won a match.
And the crowd was shocked.
To say the least. It was like the Undertaker's streak ending to that crowd.
Seriously.
I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Going into that match, I thought about it. And I'm like, you know, it's a smart thing by WWE. Ziggler is over, but people don't want him to job.
No.
But if you're going to make him job to people that are over as well. The crowd is going to go home happy if he jobs to BNB.
Which they would have been fine with, probably.
Yeah. And I thought, you know, that's fine, whatever. And then he won.
And I was like,
what? It was ridiculous. I did not think that could actually happen in 2014 for Dolph Ziggler.
I mean,
but he did. And he, of course, he ate a bullhammer right after that.
Yeah. I mean, they talk about Ziggler not be able to get a push because of concussions, but I mean, maybe they're going to give him the IC title run. Who knows?
Yeah, I could see the IC title run.
Because apparently he can't win the world title, WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry.
But we get to this match, and it was a fairly nice match.
Oh yeah, great.
I enjoyed it.
Great back and forth match. Ziggler almost picked up the victory several times.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So many near falls. You end up with Barrett, though, coming out as the victor.
Oh, yeah.
Retaining the IC title.
The jumping bullhammer.
The jumping bullhammer.
It was crazy. Knocked Ziggler out cold. And 1, 2, 3. Still your IC champ. Bad News Barrett.
We go to a commercial break. Coming up next, Vicky Guerrero, Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, man.
Here comes Vicky looking pumped. She is ready for a fight.
She's in her excuse me outfit. She's ready for this match. Stephanie's music hits. Here she comes.
And the dress from earlier. I'm not going to complain. She still look nice in it. I want to know why she wasn't in wrestling gear, though.
Yeah.
I was looking forward for a match.
She had a microphone in her hand, and what'd she say?
It's not going to be a normal match.
Well, what do you mean?
We're going to have that match. Or instead of pool that looks like the vomit that had come out of Vicky's hair from the week before.
I mean, the commentators were saying it smelled horrible, even though they were like 100 yards away. Kind of looked like pudding to me.
I wouldn't have eaten it, but you know.
If it was butterscotch pudding, I would have been in there eating it. That's all I'm saying.
They say the first person to get thrown in there loses.
And then, which wasn't bad, because, you know, it's kind of simple, fair.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then Stephanie brings out Layla, Rosa Mendez, and Alicia Fox.
Yay!
They all go after Vicky.
They storm the ring.
What does Vicky do?
She escapes out the back and runs up the ramp right into Vicky and traps herself between the three divas and between Stephanie.
And that's probably not smart.
No, not at all. Not one little bit.
Found herself trapped?
She gets forced into a corner by the pool.
Yeah, right by the pool.
And out comes, I believe, Rosa Mendez was first, running at her.
Yeah.
Rosa Mendez takes this flop into the ring.
Oh, man. Vicky throws her right into that, I want to call it pudding. You can call it shit. I don't care what you call it.
Right into the pool.
There we go. Right into the pool, all covered.
Covered,
here comes, here comes Layla.
Flies.
Oh, God, she lands. I like the way she landed, just like straight.
It was funny.
She went for it. And then Alicia Fox was the last one.
Same thing.
Yep. So then Vicky actually started up a yes chant. He's like, what?
She did a bad thing though. She turned her back to a McMahon.
Yes. So she was still looking at the pool, saying yes to the crowd, and here comes Stephanie from behind.
Kicks her right into it.
Yeah.
Well, kind of kicks her. Kind of fails.
Tries to kick, kind of no sell, just kind of pushes her right into it.
She face planted.
Stephanie McMahon obviously wins and fires Vicky Guerrero. But Vicky would end up getting the last laugh. And how's that?
Well, Stephanie started singing. Na 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 na.
Oh, and she was into it, man.
Na.
She was dancing along.
Hey, 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 goodbye. She looked like a rock star on America's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah.
And while she was doing that, Vicky Guerrero turned around, drew a pair of balls, and threw her right into the thing, too.
Oh, yeah. Threw her right in there, got the last laugh, stood on the stage, and paid tribute to Eddie.
And it was nice to hear that music.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it felt good.
Great send-out for Vicky Guerrero. It was really cool.
Felt kind of bad for that referee, though.
Oh, man. He got dragged in.
Stephanie straight pulls him in.
It was... Why don't we know the referees' names nowadays? I just don't understand that.
They have so many now.
He's a pudding guy now, I guess.
The pudding ref.
Oh, man. On Raw, we had a backstage interview. Byron Saxton interviewed Goldust.
And Stardust.
Oh, my God. Stardust. What is your thoughts on Stardust? This
new
character.
He looks like Andy Biersack from Blackville Brides. Dancing around, singing.
Yeah.
As a pro wrestler. Maybe cut all of his hair off. But other than that, I don't know. Everyone complained online on the IWC and everything. Oh, Cody Rhodes needs a push. Cody Rhodes needs to change the character. Cody Rhodes isn't being used right. Well, this is your answer. Do you like him better now?
Now he's a freak just like the rest of them.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Dusty Rhodes wearing the polka dot, coming around with the bionic elbow. Then you have the freak foot-licking Goldust.
Yeah.
And we thought we had a normal one. All right.
Almost.
You done, change that about him.
It's all your fault.
Oh, the evolution of Cody Rhodes has been quite a journey.
But I tell you what, every gimmick he's had has been phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, they've all been funny and good.
Yeah,
I can't complain.
He started out with the scrawny, no muscles.
Way back with Hardcore Holly.
Yep, and that kind of turned into Legacy.
Yeah.
Turned into Dashing Cody Rhodes. Then he got his nose broken.
No, he was grotesque.
Yeah, that's what it was. And he was hideous.
And he gave us all bags to cover our faces with because he was ugly.
And that's when I really started liking Cody Rhodes. He turned heel, and I just love that character. And then
kind of moved to a mid-card jobber for a while.
Yeah, and he teamed up with Damien Sandow.
Yeah, and that kind of brought him back
mustache.
up. Yeah, we got Cody's mustache.
You can't forget the mustache, trending worldwide. Sometimes #1 trending worldwide every single week on Raw.
Now we got him teaming with Goldie. Kind of revived the tag team.
Yeah, which was awesome, the Brotherhood. And then
now we're here.
We get Stardust.
I think he could have a future with Stardust. I hope it's not a main role.
No,
it's kind of an on and off role.
We'll see what it leads into.
Granted, Stardust did trend last week, so...
No, #1 trend worldwide right
afterwards. Anything that trends, they keep.
Cody Rhodes, known for trends worldwide.
Thank you once again for changing our opinion on what we want.
Yeah.
We get that segment, then we go into this horrible thing that we gotta call a match.
Oh my God.
Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger.
The worst piece of garbage I've seen in a long time, and I've seen a lot of hideous things.
There were two options there. Either you didn't pay attention, or you mistakenly did.
I'm dead serious. Literally, almost every single move in that match was botched some way or somehow. It was just horrible. Nothing probably planned. Nothing went right.
It was almost as bad as the Eva Marie debut.
Oh my God, and that was bad.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what kind of chemistry didn't click there, but anybody who wants to call CM Punk and John Morrison garbage has clearly never watched this match.
Yeah, it was just...
This was bad. Botch after botch after botch.
Is it a watching funny bad, or just bad don't watch it?
It was bad, don't watch it.
Oh,
I can't go back. We leave that and we go to a backstage interview with Alberto Del Rio.
Fuck Del Rio.
Fuck Del Rio.
Fuck Del Rio.
Yeah, we know how you feel on Del Rio. How I feel on Kofi.
But this segment is saved by Paul Heyman and Cesaro.
Yeah, who goes on to talk about the one and 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 the 21-1 who beat the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, his client Brock Lesnar,
And the one
and the one in 21-1.
Yeah.
He then goes on to explain to us that Cesaro will be winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
It has a very good way of
Money in the Bank.
convincing.
Yeah, he did good. And then he gets cut off by Del Rio, who says, well, why don't you ever talk? What was his reply?
I speak 5 different languages, but I don't speak loser.
And that was it for Del Rio. That was great. They get their little stare down. Paul Heyman backs off Cesaro. Renee Young gives that look to Del Rio. And we are finished with this segment right there.
Oh, yeah.
Explaining to us that on Friday Night SmackDown, we're going to get Sheamus versus Bray Wyatt.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting.
I don't like Sheamus that much.
Neither do I. He bores me.
Maybe Bray Wyatt will save the match.
Bray Wyatt is good
But
on the mic. His wrestling ability is okay.
Sheamus is in the match, so you never know.
Brogue! Irish curse backbreaker.
Yeah.
There you go. And we go from there right into
Honest
Abe
Abe.
Lincoln. You have Honest Abe right there in the ring.
And by Honest Abe, we mean
Damien
Sandow.
Sandow, who should have never worn the pink trunks.
Nope, should have said no to the pink
Damn it,
trunks.
Damien. Why did you say no to the pink trunks?
Oh, God. So he's out there and he cuts one of Dunnigan's favorite lines of the night.
I'd rather spend the night in Ford's Theater. So those of you that don't know, that is where Abe Lincoln got shot in the head. It was in Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. That line had me rolling. made Raw that much better for me. Oh, man.
Ends up facing Big E. What?
No, it's Big E.
I'm sorry.
There's no Antonio, there's no Langston, there's no Alexander.
They don't exist. It's just Big E. Big
Antonio Alexander?
E. Dude. that could be
Antonio
your name.
Langston? Alexander Langston. Anyway, we get that match, which...
Big E squashes him.
Yep.
Because he didn't say no to the pink trunks.
But he gives his speech afterward.
Oh, yeah.
And boy, does he go all preacher mode.
Yep.
I swear to this minute that every time we heard Big E go, huh, it was the cue for them to cue Lana and Rusev to come out. But it happened a good 15 times.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then finally Rusev music's hit. And then he comes out of nowhere. Taking down Big E.
Yep.
Puts him in the submission.
Yeah. I don't think Lana told him to let go this time.
I'm not sure either. I know she was on the ramp pointing. Maybe that was
Yeah, maybe.
that was the ending, but it looked like he just let go.
Who knows, man?
It was interesting to say the least.
All right, and wow, we're already to the main event.
We get to the main event. For the crowd, I think they were still waiting for the main event. During the main event, because they did not react.
All right, the main event is everybody in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match and a handicap match. And if you didn't know, it's a handicap match, and it happened last Friday on SmackDown.
You can only expect next Monday on Raw to get Sheamus versus Bray Wyatt.
Exactly. So I would say it's a rematch from SmackDown. And it's an actual main event. Actually has a match.
Yeah, it was a nice match actually.
I believe it actually had a finish.
It did.
And that's one of your pet peeves. It's not having a finish.
One of my pet peeves is the final match on Raw does not have a finish ever.
He counted how many weeks they didn't have a legit finish.
I believe it went to 7.
It's crazy.
7 weeks straight without a real ending to a match. Including Randy Orton versus Batista, which is still going on. The bell never rang.
And Triple H versus Daniel Bryan for the title. That's still going on.
That's still going on as well. They never ended.
No, but this match had a legit ending. And
it did.
You know what? This match was pretty good.
Sheamus won it.
There's
moments.
You had the hot tag. Roman Reigns get the hot tag.
Yep.
And then, it gets worn down. And then there's another hot tag right away.
Yeah, they didn't take a break.
Roman tries going for a tag. Here comes Antonio, thinking that he's going to tag him. Pushes him basically right into the tag to Sheamus, and it's another hot tag.
It was a train wreck right there. We didn't expect anything less than a train wreck, though.
No.
Bray Wyatt and Cena didn't really have a moment in this match, which is shocking to me for the feud that they've had.
They wrestled a little bit. I mean,
they did, but they didn't have like a defining stare-down moment or anything.
No.
But anyway, you had Sheamus picking up the victory.
Yep, Sheamus picking up a victory for the faces of the team. Obviously, he's not going to win the title at Payback.
And then...
Not Payback, Money in the Bank, my bad.
And then...
Oh, yeah.
Kane, which Brett had called earlier in the night.
I called it.
He said, look, there's pyro on the post. Kane's going to come out. And Kane did come out.
Yep, spoiled it on Twitter.
He did. And laid everybody out.
Oh, yeah, he laid everybody out. Out comes Triple H, Randy Orton with him. And, what does he announce?
He announces Kane is going to be the 8th competitor in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match.
So we thought it was going to be 6 competitors, then 7,
and
now 8.
We have 8.
Hey, on the day of, are they going to add 9 and 10? Who knows?
I could never know it's WWE. But Kane could potentially have another title run.
We'll see. But Kane was standing strong. He knocked everybody down. Oh, wait.
If Kane takes the title, that would make sense for Bryan to come back.
Yeah, it could. Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it could totally make sense for Bryan to come back.
But yeah, Kane laying everybody out, and then what? Out of nowhere.
Here comes big old Roman Reigns.
Just
knocks
boom.
Everybody down, ending the show, of course, with Roman standing tall, like always. Believe in Roman.
So what was your rating on Raw? What would you rate Raw?
I had to give it a 5.5.
Really? That low?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I didn't get a superplex, so I could not get a 7.5. But, I mean, in general, it had a good moments. The beginning of it, it was way hyped for the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And then, they didn't have that match. A lot of the matches weren't very long. The ones that were long were eh. So, that was my rating on it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too great of a go-home show.
I was kind of sad for that. Yeah, it's not that great of a go-home show for Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
But regardless...
They're not worried about pay-per-view buys anymore. It's on the network.
Oh, hell no. But that was Raw that just happened. And next we head into Ring of Honor's event. Best for Wrestling held its re-debut.
Yeah, they called it debut. It was their first pay-per-view.
Right. Event Best in the World. Some people like that name, some people don't. Depends on who you are. And basically, yeah. They had their first. That was on Sunday.
That was yesterday. Well,
you can't really say yesterday.
2 days ago, according to when this podcast was.
June 22nd, and was it a good show?
It had its moments. Yes, I'm not going to say it was a bad show. I enjoyed the show.
Hey, it was good somewhat because the stream was good.
The stream was good.
They've had a history of
laggy.
Yeah, they've had a history of IPTVs not working very well, but it worked.
Ain't that the truth?
But I mean, I missed half of that show because I was at work. I mean, Alex was there watching it live, and so what happened at the beginning of the show?
Well, we begin the show with a 6-man mayhem match.
Yeah, that's right, and that was for a #1 contender spot for the television title.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
The winner of that match getting that title thing.
Yep, I know. ACH was pretty hot in that match.
Yes, he was.
Against what's the Japanese guy's name? I
cannot remember.
And I know it starts with a W.
Watanabe? Is that it?
Yeah, Watanabe.
Watanabe?
It's something weird. It's Japanese. And, oh, man. But who else was in that match? Ah, man.
I don't know. I'm trying to find it right now.
He's trying to look up the results because he has a bad memory because he's a dumbass.
I posted them live. Like I said, I'm not a huge Ring of Honor guy. I do enjoy it. But I cannot remember their names. They don't have storylines long enough for me to remember their names.
Yeah, the storylines are weird. They book the match for the pay-per-view and then they build off that. But
alright, for the 6-man match, we had ACH versus Watanabe versus Caprice Coleman versus BJ Whitmer versus
Tommaso Ciampa and Tadarius Thomas.
There we have it, and the winner being ACH.
Oh yeah.
He did this amazing flip over the rope
Typical.
to throw it. Well, he got all 6 competitors in it.
Oh, nice.
Well, 5 and being 6.
Oh.
To throw another competitor into the ring and hit the 450 splash.
Now, I heard the rules were different in this match, wasn't it?
It was. You had one superstar on every turnbuckle, and then you had 2 people in the ring. Which I thought would have been a cool idea. If somebody exited the ring, another person could get in and be a legal person. That would be cool if the ref did his job. Watanabe broke into the ring right at the beginning. I mean, we're like maybe a minute and a half through the match. Watanabe gets into the ring, throws one of the competitors out, and just becomes legal.
What?
Yeah.
So he goes in there unlegal, throws somebody out, and he becomes legal.
Yeah. And that's why I thought this match was kind of a train wreck. But it was a decent match.
Yeah.
It was Ring of Honor, very flippy.
Right,
we go to the next match. It's the Ring of Honor TV title match.
Yeah. Which obviously ACH is next in line for that, but
yes.
Jay Lethal and Truth Martini, who is supposed to be handcuffed at ringside, versus Matt Taven.
Yeah. And this match was fairly decent as well. Jay Lethal had a very cool entrance with Truth Martini.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it. Truth Martini gets down there and refuses to get handcuffed to the ring.
Oh, really?
He tries to run up the ramp and get away, and he is stopped by Jay Lethal, who says, "Don't worry, I'm going to beat him, don't worry."
Yeah, right.
You have nothing to worry about. Well, he had something to worry about, because later on in the match, Jay Lethal's down, and instead of getting thrown into the ring by Matt Taven goes and grabs a chair and tries to go attack Truth Martini with it. When a short, buff security guard stands in the way.
Oh, man.
Wanting to take the chair shot, he grabs the chair out of the hand, drops it to the ground, takes off his shirt, and it is that loud.
Holy crap.
Slaps Matt Taven right in the neck.
The security guard.
The security guard.
That's hilarious.
They get back in there not too much longer after the girl who entered with Truth Martini and Jay Lethal break off the handcuffs.
Whoa.
Yeah, she broke them. Like, snapped the middle part.
The girl.
The girl. Yeah, the girl. Truth Martini and her run up the ramp.
Wow.
And Jay Lethal then picks up the victory later on.
So he wins without him?
Yeah, he wins without him.
Why would you have him out there in the first place?
Matt Taven, I guess, had something against Truth Martini.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was the thing.
Uh-huh.
That was why he was down there. So he couldn't, interfere or anything.
A submission match. Cedric Alexander versus Roderick Strong with the Decade.
This match I was fairly shocked on. The crowd was about nearly half and half.
Really?
They were way more behind Roderick Strong, but Cedric Alexander got the chance in there.
Yeah, that's crazy because, Roderick Strong is supposed to be the heel, but, he is part of the Decade. The Decade's been there a decade. So, he kind of got to respect him, and I don't know.
It was fairly cool to watch. I enjoyed this match. Submissions were unique, and there were so many times there would have been a pinfall. Had it been a normal match, and we could have had pinfalls.
There could have been so many 3 counts in that match.
Oh yeah. Cedric Alexander then pulls out the victory, and we go to my favorite match of the night: the Briscoes versus Matt Hardy and Michael Bennett with Maria.
Oh man, this is where I officially joined in. So, this match was awesome.
It opened up. It was a normal match at the beginning.
Yep, normal match.
Eventually, Matt Hardy and Michael Bennett run in there with the iconic title.
Yep.
And hit one of the Briscoes in the back of the head, causing a DQ, meaning the Briscoes win. The crowd was pissed. I was pissed.
Here comes Nigel. Restarts the match, and I don't want to spoil it, but the highlights of the match that they showed at the end, yeah, it had nothing to do with that beginning part. It was just everything right after the no DQ. And as soon as they started the no DQ match, here comes the weapons.
The chairs flew into the ring. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, bodies going through the barricade.
Oh, yeah.
They brought out the tables, chairs, ladders.
Yeah, the crowd called for those tables over and over again. They finally got them.
Oh, yeah.
And Matt Hardy eventually ends up grabbing a chair out of the million in the ring. He grabs the one that is bent up and he can't use. He tries to fix it, throws it to the side, and pulls out the
chair that's right next to it. That's not.
Yeah, the one that was not even broken.
But there was like a 15, maybe, now I don't want to say 20, maybe 15-foot ladder in the ring and a table set up. Here comes Matt Hardy, puts Jay Briscoe, yep, on the table and starts climbing that ladder.
And right before that, you would have Mike Bennett go through a table off the top rope from Mark Briscoe.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. Alright, and then after that, you have Matt Hardy climbing the ladder.
Yep.
And then comes the Briscoe with the fire extinguisher.
Oh, man.
And he sprays it right in the eyes. Matt Hardy starts to move down. He walks behind him, punches him right in the ass. Matt Hardy climbs right back up, and Jay Briscoe met him at the top.
And man, that look on his face.
It was awesome. And I got my superplex.
Oh, man. Not only did he get suplex
through a table.
Not only through a table, off a
ladder.
15-foot ladder. His leg was going for days.
Yes, it was. That's my favorite move of all time. Love it.
But yeah, right after that superplex, off that 15-foot ladder through a table, followed up by a power driver, the Briscoes would pick up the victory, and Jay would try to grab his title, which is now the Iconic title. But during the match, Bennett and Hardy actually left, but Maria was still out there. Snatched the title from Jay Briscoe and started running to the back. Couldn't get that title.
That's the end of that match. Then we go to Kevin Steen versus Silas Young, which has a decent build to it.
Yes.
About Kevin Steen wanting to leave the company, Silas Young telling him, "You're a quitter. Your kids are going to remember this, and they're going to remember their dad as a quitter.
You're not a real man like I am."
You're not a real man. What are your feelings on Silas Young?
I hate his mustache and his lisp. If he had just one of those, it wouldn't be as bad, but he has both.
He looks like an old school 80s fighter.
Yes.
Almost like Terry Funk.
It's pretty bad. He's not a bad wrestler. He's bad.
That match is a back and forth match.
Oh yeah, it's a wrestling match.
It goes on for a while, and I enjoyed it going on for a while. It was not your typical Ring of Honor match. And Kevin Steen pulled out the victory.
Oh yeah.
After the match is over, he grabs the mic and addresses Silas Young. Tells him, "Hey, you can say a lot of things, but one thing you can't say is that you beat me because I beat you. You lost to me." He then tells him he has a bunch of respect for him, gives him credit where credit is due, and they shake hands.
And Silas Young leaves. Respectively leaves. They left on good terms. Kevin Steen had more to the say. He said something funny about that.
The crowd chanted, "Leave," and he was like, "Me? Oh no, I have more to say."
So Kevin Steen has this moment with the crowd,
pointing at all the signs.
Yeah, pointing at all the signs and being, saying thank you and all that.
Well, we presume he's going to leave for WWE in a month and a half when his contract's up.
We'll see.
That's what the rumor is right now.
We'll see. And then what?
We're going to assume during the point of them pointing at the sign, Silas Young had ran back down the ramp around the crowd and gets back in the ring and attacks Kevin Steen from behind.
Yeah, lays him out.
Took him out by the knee and just started beating him. The match we're going to go to is the tag team match.
Tag team championship match.
Yeah, it was a tag team championship match. Didn't feel like it.
Red Dragon. Yep, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly versus the returning Christopher Daniels and the debuting
Frankie Kazarian.
Yes. I heard you didn't like the hype for this match.
I don't know. I didn't feel the hype for this match because it's a tag team title match, of course. And Daniels and Kazarian weren't even there.
No.
To hype it.
So it was kind of Red Dragon kind of doing their own thing, maybe a backstage promo. Yeah.
And yeah, it was a decent match, and kinda.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I kind of lost.
There were botches in it.
I lost interest in the match. I don't know why. I just.
Didn't feel it much. Winner though was Red Dragon. They retained the title.
Yep.
And then we're to Adam Cole versus your favorite,
Michael Elgin. Let me tell you something about Michael Elgin.
World title.
The reason I don't like Michael Elgin because of one reason.
Why?
His hair. He has a freaking mullet. Who has a mullet in 2014? I'll tell you who.
Michael Elgin.
Michael Elgin. But no.
Had.
Had because earlier in the night they showed a There's a video from a live event, not a TV taping, but a live event. And man, tied Elgin up to the ropes, and Cole had a bag with him. Pulled out a pair of scissors. I'm like, oh man.
Gave that man a haircut.
Yes, cuts off the mullet and then grabs, I don't even know what they're called.
He shaved his head with the
Okay, I don't know if it's
shaver.
called clippers, shaver, I don't care. Something that
The
your
buzzer.
head goes bald with it. Shaves his head, not completely obviously, but I mean, shaves his hair off. And Mischief, who apparently, Michael Elgin and Mischief are married, this is news to me, but Mike Bennett grabbed Mischief, and
Yes.
Adam Cole's about to do something. I can't remember exactly what it was. Michael Elgin is
Michael
pissed.
Elgin is flipping on the ropes.
Oh, but Cole ends up getting the figure 4 leg lock on Mischief. Michael Elgin is furious.
He
Great.
actually breaks out of one of the handcuffs.
Yeah, just one though.
One of the zipper tie cuffs.
Great way to lead into the match.
And then we get there.
The match actually happens, and I enjoyed the match.
Adam Cole came out doing what?
His phenomenal entrance. Adam Cole is God. For those of you that don't know, Adam Cole is like my favorite wrestler ever. And his entrance is awesome. Gets up on that apron. Points 1 because he is the one instead of Brock Lesnar. And then points down at that title. And if he ever lost that title, that thing would be ruined. My God. But that match was just awesome. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we get some pretty cool bumps in there. We have Adam Cole taking some series of beatings with the string slams and stuff that Michael Elgin gave him.
Yeah.
Slamming him off everything and everything. Anything and everything.
Don't forget him trying to fly over the top rope.
Oh, yeah, he goes to launch himself over the top rope. Michael Elgin just walks away. Adam Cole just face plants right into the floor.
Oh God, that was hilarious.
It was great.
But that match was hard hitting.
Oh yeah.
And man,
You eventually have Maria and her goons come down, and
Yeah.
Matt Hardy and
Michael Bennett.
Michael Bennett right after Adam Cole had super kicked the ref. They mess around a little bit. Maria gets up on the apron during a slow spot in the match, and Michael Elgin gets her.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks like he's gonna hit her. Looks
Has
like
that
he's gonna
fist
hit her.
balled,
Eventually gives up, and Maria slaps him right in the jaw.
pissing him off.
He goes to chase him, and out comes Michael Bennett
Yep.
halfway around the ring to knock him down. And we thought we were gonna get Adam Cole off the ring apron
Yeah.
doing the Canadian Destroyer.
Yep. He ended up hitting that Canadian Destroyer off the second turnbuckle.
Yep, later on in the match.
Went for a second time. I don't think he connected with that.
We don't believe so, no. We can't go back and rewatch it because our pay-per-view got deleted.
Yeah. Yay. But there's a moment in that match. Elgin hit his finisher right into the middle of the ring. The ref counts 1, 2.
No. Kick out.
It was
Michael
a kick
Elgin
out.
jumps up like he won,
Yep.
and the crowd thought he did, and they threw all their streamers.
Oh man, that's crazy. All the streamers go
Nashville.
flying in the ring for a 2 count.
Nashville is only a 2 count.
But
They redeemed themselves. They started chanting, "We fucked up, we fucked up,"
that was a funny moment.
and made it better. And then came the ending.
Don't get me started.
Powerbomb.
No.
Doesn't let go, pulls up again. Powerbomb. Doesn't let
No.
go, pulls up again. Turning powerbomb.
No.
1, 2, 3. Michael Elgin is your new Ring of Honor World Champion.
Okay, I hated him for his hair. I got over it. I started to like him. He beat Adam Cole. I hate him again.
For
I
life.
hate Michael Elgin for life. Adam Cole, to me, is still champion, just like Undertaker's 22-0. Adam Cole never lost. Never.
I have to give that pay-per-view rating an 8.
I have to give it a 1. Adam Cole lost.
That's why you're not the reviewer on here, and I am.
No, seriously, it was a pretty good pay-per-view except for Adam Cole losing.
I enjoyed it. Even that match was phenomenal.
Yes, but Adam Cole lost.
But Adam Cole lost.
Fuck the Elgin. And that is Ring of Honor Best in the World. That those of you listening right now, if you are still listening, this is BTU Wrestling News, and we have our BTUWrestlingNews.com, and the main reason why we started up is before we did this, we went to all the other news sites and all that stuff, and the first thing that pops up, advertisements.
Ad.
Just advertisements everywhere, and it ruins the point of why you're there. And why are you there?
We're there because we're wrestling fans, and we want to keep track in a world that we love so much.
You just want to look at the news, but you can't because the ads are popping up everywhere.
And they're not even wrestling ads.
No.
Movie ads, movie trailers.
Some porn site probably.
Ruins the site.
And I mean, it ruins your experience with it too. Makes you not want to go back. And BTU Wrestling News, we then got the idea, well, why don't we just deliver all the best news, not only what they do, but like even better, and be advertisement free.
Yeah, we're just two 18-year-old kids. We live in Des Moines. We are fans of pro wrestling first and foremost.
We love it.
We are actually in training right now to become pro wrestlers. We are in school for it. For the next, I don't know, I think we're in there for another 15 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. But, you know, we start this thing up, and, you know, we pride ourselves on being ad-free. Because you guys don't deserve to see shitty-ass advertisements. You deserve to be there for wrestling news. That is why you're there, and we want to provide that for you, just for you, the fans, and because we love pro wrestling.
We want to do more than just that, though. We want to do podcasts like this. We have a shop up for there that we make our own shirts for, and we don't have anybody else. You're talking right now to the two people who do everything on there. At D. Brett Hadley, at Alex Dunnigan on Twitter.
We have reviews, a calendar of all DVD and pay-per-view dates, and I mean we put a lot of time into this website. And the thing of it is, money. We don't get paid from it. All right, all the websites you see with advertisements on it, they're getting paid from those advertisements.
They do it for the money.
Yeah, the only reason why they continue doing it is for the money. We don't. We don't get paid at all for this. We do it for the love.
We have not seen a penny.
And I mean, we have our store up, and we also have a donation button, and you know we don't get paid. So I mean, please help us out. Donate a few dollars, a few pennies even. We don't even care. Just help donate a few pennies, because every penny counts, and you know.
And don't think we're going to put that in our pocket. What we're going to do with that is we're going to do it so we can do better things
for the
our
website,
site, and for
you.
Our podcast and everything else. Right now, as we're doing this, we are doing it off one Chromebook that we are recording the show on, and one laptop in which I post from my house, and he posts off his Chromebook. That is what we use. That's all we have.
I mean, we invest a lot of time in this.
Not to mention, we both work together.
Yeah, 40 hours a week. So, I mean, we put a lot of time into this, and please donate a few dollars. I mean, just help us out the best you can.
If not, just show us some love by giving us a like on Facebook.
And, you know, follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. Tweet to us during the show. We love reading tweets. Tweet us questions for our podcast. Tweet us what you guys want to know.
Because we want to stay advertisement free. We want to continue to give you the ad-free best news out there, and reviews, and the store, and calendars, and everything else. And we want to do it for you. Just help us keep it free and donate a few pennies or dollars today.
We can show you that we're working at it. Right now, as we speak, we have broke 100 posts today, and we've only been a site for
1 week.
7 days.
Yep, 1 week.
We've only been up for a week. We are doing the very best that we can to do everything for you guys.
And thank you guys for your support.
Thank you so much. We're now going to get into our social media sites.
Yes. As we know, you know, today's world, you have to have everything to fit in.
Anyway. Yeah. We have, of course, BTUWrestlingNews.com.
Which is, you know, the main source. Everybody has the main source. And then you have to have social media accounts.
Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/BTU Wrestling News.
BTU News.
Is it BTU News?
Yep.
Did we change it down?
Yep.
BTU News, you can search it on Facebook too and find us.
And then our more popular account, Twitter, which is probably more popular. That is at BTU News. You want to know why? Because we try putting BTU Wrestling News, and you can fit every letter but the S in news.
You know, it's kind of funny. We decided to make this website a week ago today. It was right after Raw last Monday.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah, that was when we started our website stuff.
And we were up all night.
And we had followed people on Twitter. 500 people in the first day of making our Twitter.
Because you gotta promote yourself, you gotta get your names out there and all that.
I woke up the next morning to get ready to go to work and, post some news on the website. We find out we're banned.
We are suspended from Twitter.
They had suspended us for following too many people.
Said that we were promoting ourselves, which we were.
And we weren't reading your guys' tweets. But that's a lie. I searched the hashtag WWE, and anybody who had tweeted it got a follow from us.
No, but, that whole thing happened. We got it back up and going, and that's why, if you followed us, we haven't followed you back. We'll try to get working on that. We'll try to follow you back, just hopefully.
We don't want to get banned, so we haven't been following people.
Might do it 5 a day or something. I don't know. We'll get to it eventually, but
we'll follow you if you tweet us. Tweet us your questions. Tweet us anything that you want to tell us, and we will give you a follow.
We've done pretty good in the past week. We've hit over 100 followers on Twitter.
We've gotten almost 200 views on the site.
Yes. Our Facebook, not so much.
We had 26 likes on Facebook.
24.
Is it 24?
Yeah.
Ah, not even as great as I thought it was.
So if you're actually listening this far into the podcast, leave a like on Facebook.
Yeah.
And follow us on Twitter. And visit our website. And please, donate money. That'd be great.
Fred's always got to get that pitch in there to donate. That's on you. That's what you guys have to help us out. We always appreciate everything we get. Even if it's views, we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I love views. I love getting our name out there.
The 2 seconds it takes you to like us on Facebook, we like. To follow us on Twitter, just send us a tweet of anything that concerns you.
Oh, yeah.
You can literally lay into us, say we're horrible. We appreciate you letting us know how you feel.
And we will probably retweet that because you guys actually mentioned us.
You might get a follower or 2 if we get big enough.
Alright, let's head into the next topic. Total non-stop action.
Total non-action right now. There is nothing going on there.
And it's been like that for years.
Spoiler alert, Bobby Lashley won the title.
And the whole thing about that is that they gave... Obviously, you can tell they're trying to copy WWE. With everything they do, creative absolutely sucks ass. They give Eric Young the title because he has a beard. And he's
Bryan.
He's an underdog.
Daniel Bryan.
And he didn't do much.
Daniel Bryan.
Although I never watched it. I can't really talk much, but I heard he didn't do much. He didn't improve ratings or anything like that, and a complete failure.
I will enjoy Lashley having the title.
We'll see. That's what I have to think about it.
He's a heel.
He's with MVP, Kenny King, and
That's it.
Huh.
That's the Click.
It's TNA.
I don't know their name, but that's the Click.
It's hard to say where their future is going. Obviously,
they're well losing at the moment.
They're losing money with every single show that they put on. That's not good at all. I mean, TNA, and they're a bigger company. They're going to rent out, the more expensive places, and then they lose thousands of dollars, and it's just bad.
Yeah, I like TNA, and don't get me wrong. They have talent, they have potential, and they have the ability. They have TV time even. Their problem right now, storylines.
Everything.
They don't have storylines. I mean, they're getting a 6-sided ring back, which is pissing their talent off.
Yeah, that's what made him unique in the first place. I mean, Hogan came, Hogan
show his best, brother.
The company was going down a little bit, but then Hogan came, and when he tried talking to creative, and hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should do it this way, brother, and it obviously didn't work out well. Going back to the 4-sided ring, that you didn't need to do that, but it's traditional. You want to stand out. That's pro wrestling. You have to stand out to make an impact. Impact Wrestling. But, and then they tried making themselves all about wrestling because WWE wanted to get away from, quote, wrestling. And, I haven't been a fan of TNA since like 07. I really.
07 was a good year for them. I enjoyed
06 was awesome.
06 was good.
So was 04 and 05. They were going up. And
Yeah, they had to go up somehow.
But like their future, I don't know. I don't
they
know
had
how.
the talent and they had the ability. They just don't know how to do it.
They don't know how to book.
Right now, they don't have any fans.
And with all the money that they're promising their talent, I mean, will they actually be able to afford it? Can they actually continue to run a company for more than a
will
year
they keep
from
their
now?
TV deal?
Yeah,
long?
Because I've heard, maybe they might be a YouTube exclusive, which would be unique, but I mean, it's not.
They're going to be a backyard fed.
You have to subscribe to them anyways on YouTube, and I'm sure not too many people do that. Have you?
I have.
Can I ask why?
Well, Madison Raines made a return, and I wanted to see her
Oh.
for Velvet Sky.
Oh, I love Velvet Sky.
Oh, yeah, so does Bully Ray.
So does Chris Sabin and Jay Lethal and everybody else. I think it was Jay Lethal. I don't know. But like,
Jay Lethal was with AJ, I know that.
how long do you think TNA's future will last?
They have a couple more years left in them.
A couple? I don't know.
They have at least a couple left in them before they call it quits.
I don't think they'll hit 2. Maybe
they won't hit 5, I don't
maybe
think.
more than a year, but definitely not 2.
I think they might be able to get 2, but that'd be about it.
And
unless they improve.
Yes. You know that. Well, they are bringing the 6-sided ring, so they're trying to do something kind of. But what they need to do is replace everybody in creative. That's it. Replace everybody in creative. Come up with all new stuff.
They almost need to pull a WCW.
They need to re-image themselves.
They need to fall off the map and then make a bang back. Fall off the map for 2, 3, 4 months. Totally wipe your storylines. And then bam, start over.
Which is actually going to be hard to do because Jeff Jarrett is starting up a new promotion.
Yeah.
He said, fuck TNA.
Global Force Wrestling.
Let's start up Global Force Wrestling.
I cannot wait for that to debut.
Which, I mean, he made TNA big. You saw how big it was getting back in like 06 and all that. And then, they had the whole fallout with Jeff Jarrett. Dixie took over full. And then, Jeff Jarrett learns from his mistakes. TNA was getting to his success and then, started failing, and he knew that. So now he can realize that mistake and transform it.
Re-envision it.
Yes, and make it awesome. Because I think Global Force Wrestling will be something unique and awesome and good.
I think it'll be good.
I honestly can't wait for it.
As for TNA, they have the MVP right now. MVP is getting them some ratings.
I don't know. Well, yeah, he kind of has to. He's in every single segment. I watched one episode of TNA, and he was in literally almost every single segment. It's just...
He's injured now, though, isn't he?
Is he? I don't know. I
believe he was injured. I'm not 100%, but I thought he was injured.
And if you don't see much news posted on BTUWrestlingNews.com about TNA, 1, Dunnigan doesn't like to post that much. 2, I don't like TNA
I review.
that much. Yeah, he claims to do reviews, and he should be getting more of that here soon.
There will be. They're coming.
Uh-huh.
I haven't found much to review. I'll review Best in the World. Well, I can't. We got our Chivo deleted it.
Yeah.
I can review Raw, though. I'll review Raw. That'll be up tomorrow morning.
I still think you should do the trip of Payback.
It's saved in a draft right now on the website.
Oh, okay.
I got about halfway through and gave up. This is stupid. Alright, anyway.
Let's talk about back into Money in the Bank. Let's talk about the card.
Not TB, the card.
The card. What is every single match on that card? Can you name it off the top of your head?
I can't.
I know 2.
I know 3 matches.
Yeah, 3 tag team 2.
And I know Daniel Bryan. Oh no, I know 4. We have the Divas match.
Yeah,
we
Paige
have
versus
the tag
Naomi.
team match. We have the Money in the Bank ladder match, and we have the title match. And we have Daniel Bryan doing a little moment in there. As for what, I'll never know. At the kickoff. Yippee-ki-yay, Daniel Bryan. I am looking forward to the main event. Flair.
And nobody wants to see that. If they do that, I will be shocked. But that's my opinion on it. I don't think he should win. He needs to put over talent.
I'll say that. I agree. I agree and I disagree. If they go with what they're talking about going with at SummerSlam, you're going to get Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
As the number one contender.
Which I'm fine with.
I'm fine with that as well. And if that is going to continue as happening, no, Cena should not have the title. We've seen Cena and Lesnar enough. I don't want Roman with the title.
Why is that?
Roman deserves a big feud to win the title. Not some ladder match he climbs, oh, champion done.
Well, then who would be fitting to win this match?
If you let him, in better terms, climax now by getting the title, what have you accomplished? The Shield broke up, what, not even a month ago? The last pay-per-view he was with the Shield.
Yep.
Next pay-per-view he gets the title?
Although,
I don't know. They should build him as a singles competitor before then.
The only way I see Roman Reigns winning is if Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins wins the Money in the Bank match. And then I would have to see Ambrose and Rollins feuding for that briefcase, and then it turning into a triple threat match at SummerSlam. I think that's the next one. Or is it Battleground? It's Battleground.
Is it Battleground?
Yeah. And
yeah, because that's the July pay-per-view. I keep forgetting the Money in the Bank is in June this year.
Fuck Battleground.
I don't know, Battleground could, I guess, do alright if they don't have a power outage.
What are you talking about? That's part of the show.
Seeing Cole's face when we came back. Just blank staring at the camera.
Alright. All I know is Dunnigan's favorite moment at the Battleground pay-per-view involved the Great Khali, believe it or not.
1, 2, 3. He got fucking goon.
He got pinned by Cesaro, and you could hear him count 1, 2, 3 along with the referee.
He lost.
Man. He returned.
Yeah, I saw about that. Yay.
Breaking news: Great Khali set for push. Hopefully off a cliff, but.
Hopefully back to India.
Yeah, you go on Twitter. A lot of people don't like Great Khali.
Have I ever told you my personal story on the Great Khali?
No, you haven't.
I have a funny one. It was back in 2008. We were outside when I was meeting all the superstars. I watched Great Khali get into a Kia. A tiny ass Kia. It did not have a front seat. He literally got into the back seat because there was no front seat there. He sat in the back seat and his legs took up the whole room.
Wow.
It looked like a normal car for him to be in the back seat.
That's crazy.
It was a hilarious sight. If I could have gotten a picture of that if it wasn't at night, I would have.
Great Khali's he's
freakishly.
Yes, he's tall. Okay.
Don't even bring up freak. I don't want to talk about fucking Scott Steiner.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, because as I was leaving the house to go to work the other day, Big Papa Pump came on with a mic.
Oh,
and
man.
I said, hit no, turn that DVD off. I am out this door.
Yeah, but
where are all my freaks at? Holla if you hear me.
Great Khali is huge, but I gotta wonder, because they did it with Kane back when he debuted. They had like lifts on his boots to make him taller, or was it Taker? Well, one of them had lifts, and like they made him, both 7 feet tall. Did they do that to Great Khali? Is he taller than he actually is? Because he already is tall. They could just make him tall.
I don't know. The ring makes everybody look tall when you're sitting down and watching on camera.
It is a proven fact. Rey Mysterio looks somewhat tall.
The only ones that don't look tall in there is El Torito and Horny.
Oh man, they put on great matches though.
Yeah, they're comedy anyway.
The WLC match, I was a huge fan, and like some people weren't looking forward to that match. I was way looking forward to that match. I knew it was gonna steal the show.
Yeah, midget wrestling. We don't have to go to our local bar to watch it anymore. Live on the WWE Network. Can't say pay-per-view, it ain't live no more. They're all dropping that shit.
There's still a few. Barely. But no, I mean, let's talk about the network. I think it's a great idea, and he's self-distributing, like Paul Heyman said, and it's a smart business move for Vince McMahon.
It is. I question, though, down the road, will it ruin WWE?
Explain.
Will the network coming out be what people remember as a downfall?
Just because of it not getting enough subscribers?
No. It just, once again, it's one of those things WWE revolves around. And yeah, it's big right now, but what if one day down the road something comes along and takes WWE as a rival. We're going off hypothesis here one day. But, that happens. They have, cable. They have Dish. They have the internet, all that. The only thing WWE can do anything on is the network. What happens if the network goes down? Something crashes.
Not like the first week it was up. It was horrible.
Yeah, there goes everything that WWE has. They've not been known to having good video on the internet.
They have been doing good, though, ever since...
Yeah, I agree the network is doing very well.
They fixed it, and now, I mean, it's running great for me. I don't know about some of you guys out there, but...
Let me ask my UK fans. Sorry about that. It should be coming soon.
Amazon. Steve Austin show.
They still got Sky Sports. They can watch it on.
Apparently, Stone Cold doesn't get the network for free. And
Paul Heyman, he ain't no employee there no more.
He doesn't return their phone calls.
He didn't return enough phone calls last year. For those of you who don't know, we're talking about the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast with Paul Heyman not too long ago. It is a great listen if you want to learn anything about the industry.
It is really, I mean, Paul Heyman is truly a god. No doubt about it. And, like, I want to talk about the CM Punk Paul Heyman thing. I mean, my thoughts on it, it was just amazing. Okay, Cesaro, obviously, he isn't the best on the mic, so they put Paul Heyman with him and makes him look better. CM Punk was already a god himself.
On the mic,
He had no need to have Paul Heyman, but the fact of bringing him in and then have both of them work together, I mean, it was just phenomenal. I loved every single bit of it.
Oh, yeah, I did as well. And he needs Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar cannot talk. He will laugh no matter what he says. He can say, I killed your family, and we're going to laugh because that voice is going to crack.
But then when we see when we see the dead bodies, we'll start crying. But we'll still be laughing because of Brock Lesnar's voice.
You ain't laughing now. Ow, my knee ball.
Brock Lesnar's great. I don't care if people hate him because he broke a streak. I still like him.
Yeah, I agree. Brock Lesnar's a good guy. He just likes to do UFC fights and get on top of his wife afterward.
Sable.
Puppies!
I still think... Here's my thought on the streak. I thought Shawn Michaels was for sure going to end it.
25.
25 was so close, and I thought, okay, for sure he's going to have it at 26. Obviously,
he
didn't.
I thought the career was going to end at 26.
Everybody else did too. I was that one person pulling for Michaels.
I got you, Shawn. No, there's a couple in the crowd.
But yeah, and after that I was like, okay, well the streak's obviously not going to end.
Blade's going to bury him at 27.
I knew.
Yeah.
Taker would obviously win. And 28,
that one was up in arms.
It was interesting because obviously, okay, well Taker has to win. They ain't going to give it a Triple H.
Shawn Michaels being the ref in there.
They made it so awesome. That match was like so many 1, 2, oh my god, so close moments, and he came close. And then WrestleMania 29, and maybe it's just because maybe it's just because he's my favorite wrestler. I don't know, but I think CM Punk would have been perfect to end the streak because he can handle the heat, and that's one thing you need. And he still
Heyman can handle the heat.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Heyman can definitely do it.
But then, and a lot of people thought Punk would end it. He didn't, so then it's glued in everybody's mind. Okay, the streak will never end if Punk didn't end it. And, people they never thought about it when it came to the Brock Lesnar.
No, I was dead set. It was not going to end.
And then, oh my god.
That third F5 was when I started, oh man.
It's like
1, 2, 3.
Because nobody hits a third finisher and breaks out, but it's the Undertaker. He has to.
At Mania.
He has to. He can't lose. So 1, 2. All of us are confident. 3.
We all look like that black guy.
That was literally.
That was the moment every wrestling fan looked like that black guy.
It was literally a jaw-dropping moment. And, people talk about it, but that was a literal one.
Yeah, my jaw dropped.
And then our good friend Dan flipped over a chair.
Started crying.
He was on the ground. It hurt his. That was his childhood. Really.
Here's to you, Dan the Man. Swig of water for Dan the Man.
You're a good kid, Dan. Join wrestling school.
Pretty fun times right there. Learning the ins and outs of the industry.
Ah.
The streak ending, I wanted somebody new to take it. A new guy who can take heat for a long time up the road.
Yes. And, like, I think the same thing. But then I watched a Steve Austin show with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman just describes it in a way that's awesome.
But can you imagine, like, a Dean Ambrose coming in, taking the streak? He would forever be known as the guy who took the streak.
He would have
live off that.
major heat because, oh, he didn't earn it just yet.
He would have major heat, but it'd be great. It'd be great heat. It's not like, we wouldn't see him forever.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw Lesnar? Don't worry, I'll wait.
But, yeah, if Paul, or Austin said, actually, if he were to get on a full-time schedule, he's still in his freaking prime.
Oh, hell no, he won't.
Oh, I know, but he's still in his prime. And it's awesome.
He's in his prime, but he can make $1 million in a heartbeat no matter what he does.
He does.
He doesn't have to fucking wrestle.
He wrestles a few times a year and makes millions. That's my goal. Oh, man. I like Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, he's a guy. He's a guy.
Let's talk about Paul Heyman, guys. There's been a lot of successful ones.
Yeah. If you're talking about recently, you have Punk, you have Cesaro, you have Ryback, Curtis Axel, and you have, of course, Brock Lesnar.
And let's talk about the failing ones. The one that he just let go, Curtis Axel, and then the one that
Ryback.
Don't get me started on Ryback. That was just bad. And he proposed to him to be a Paul Heyman guy.
Oh my gosh. No.
That was just, it's kind of gay.
I could not get behind Ryback. I don't care. Not even Paul Heyman could get me behind Ryback.
No. Like, Ryback, my biggest problem with Ryback is, one, he injures everybody, which is a definite no-no. And then, two, he didn't fully earn his spot, which is probably your issue with Daniel Bryan. But, he was getting the crowd behind him with a Phoebe more, he's beating up jobbers, and then, boom, automatically he's in the title scene.
Yeah. That was it.
And they almost set up a Miz and Ryback feud where Ryback would win the IC title. Because remember, it was the Miz team and he threw the couch out the ring. I thought they should have made him have a IC title run, and then...
The IC title run back in the 80s and 90s, mainly the 90s, was what made stars for the world title picture.
Yes.
Bret Hart, the Shawn Michaels.
The Rock, Triple H.
You had people... If you were the IC champion, you were a great wrestler. If you were the world champion, you've gone through that and you were the top guy. And nowadays, the IC title doesn't matter. I mean, they're getting it back a little bit with Bad News Barrett.
Yeah,
the U.S. title is buried between Ambrose holding it, never defending it.
Yeah.
Sheamus holding it, never defending it. He did defend it at Payback. He fought Cesaro, but...
Which they should have just gave it to Cesaro.
They should have.
Because I don't like Sheamus. I don't like a lot of people. I'm a hateful person. But
I don't hate very many people. I just don't like a lot of people there.
I do respect everybody.
Oh, yeah. Anybody who takes a bump in that ring, I'll respect you.
Except Del Rio. Fuck Del Rio.
How to get that in there?
Oh, God.
The world of wrestling is a fun place to be.
It is.
No matter what time it is, even if you hate it.
I don't understand how people can hate it.
I don't know. There's so many intricate things that go into it.
People, hear, oh, it's fake. I hate it. I hate it. Nope, it's fake. I do not want to watch it. But when they sit down and watch it and they see all these cool moves, it's about the performance, and that's what got me.
I can remember we went to SmackDown. No, it was Raw back in September.
Last year?
Yeah, we went to Raw, and there's people from concerts that I go to that I see all the time. Now we're wrestling shirts, and they're like, oh, it's dumb, it's fake, it's stupid. Go to Raw, and there those people are. I see them walking through the halls. Like, you're going to sit here, you're going to bash on it, and then you're going to show up and support it. Why can't you just come out and say you like it? I've never been afraid since day one to tell people I like pro wrestling, and I've never been afraid to tell people I want to be a pro wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get people behind me like that, that is what matters. I want that feeling of people loving me, hating me.
Oh, yeah.
Wanting to throw trash in my face.
I'm just a natural heel.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to wrestling. I mean, I could try to be a face, but I have that instinct to pull out heel-tastics. And I just want to be a heel. Not because...
I like being both.
I just... It's hard to say. I just like breaking the rules when there are no rules.
Yeah, there are no rules.
Just like Jim Ross said.
Download the Raw Report every Wednesday. If you don't want to download it, you can just read my review on it.
There you go. No, but seriously, like, JR made a good point. You can't stand on the second turnbuckle, punch somebody 10 times in the face,
and not get them bloody or bruised.
It leaves no mark.
And it totally exposes the business as what it is work.
Still fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, and like, he said, you know, if he were to start a company, which he never will do, he said that. He said he would enforce certain rules.
3XW does that. They enforce their rules.
But I mean, he was talking about like...
Yeah, oh, I know.
Like referees, definitely, like... They don't count. They need to just count.
Yeah, in WWE you can have Undertaker, you can have CM Punk, and you can have The Rock go outside for 25 minutes. They can go get a sandwich from Jimmy John's and back, and the ref still hasn't got past the 3 count.
Seriously.
Go watch Royal Rumble 2013.
But like, punches, I think...
Open hand. They should always be open hand. You see these closed hand punches, and that's not legal.
Open hand technically shouldn't be legal in a wrestling match.
Well, no, but for pro wrestling.
What about kicks? Are kicks supposed to be legal?
I've never found the actual... But you'd have to go back to the 80s, 70s.
When I was a kid, I heard about the wrestling rule book. I want to read this book. I really, really do.
I want to go back to the carnival phase, and I want to ask people back then what they had to do. Back when everybody thought it was real.
Which was the good old days. Kind of.
The good old days where they didn't do nothing but leg drops and finishes.
Okay, then everybody found out it was fake. They kind of, you know, oh, I don't know what's up. But then the weapons started to come in. And everybody's like, ooh, I like that.
You don't fake a chair shot.
You can't. Then people will come, oh, it's a light steel chair.
There ain't no such thing as light steel, my friends. It hurts your noggin when you get hit in the head with it.
Which you shouldn't do. Don't try this at home.
Well, just learn. Don't try it. We've had our years.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, no, we don't need it. We don't need to go into the details of it, but we've had our years in it, and they're over with. We only did it due to the fact that we could not be pro because we were not old enough, as we are only 18.
Yeah, literally. We're just getting started.
These were when we were 15 and 16 years old, and we had nothing better to do on Wednesdays and Saturdays but, you know, beat each other up.
Now, we're living our dream, man.
You're going to learn, though, if you ever go to pro wrestling school and want to be a pro wrestler, it is nothing like what you see. It is the exact opposite of what you see.
We were fans, you know, we watched it, we thought we knew everything.
We thought we had godlike matches.
We knew, oh, this is how they do that move because it looks like that on TV.
Oh,
oh no, man. We get there and a simple move. Nope. There's
Wrong.
no such word as simple in pro wrestling.
Never. Not even a headlock.
That shocked me so much.
The amount of things you do to get a headlock.
You go from a grapple into a headlock, and there's just so many steps, and you have to do it in a certain way, and it is just beyond mind-blowing how much goes into that. And running the ropes.
We're not going to go into it because we believe kayfabe, but you want to learn it? Go to your local pro wrestling school.
Support indie wrestling, please.
Support indie wrestling.
Because
support people trying to live their dream.
Because they don't get paid much, obviously. I mean, and the bookers, they have to rent out, you know, the place where they're having this show. You think they have to pay that out of their own pocket, and they have to hope for the profits to help pay off for that. All the tickets that you guys buy goes toward, you know, the building and paying the wrestlers.
Security,
yep.
Guardrails, the chair that you're sitting your ass on.
And, you know, hopefully it's a good show. And even if it's not the best show, go back. Because there will be good shows.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
you know, they do try their best to put on the best show. I mean, they're just trying to make it to the top.
I can guarantee if you go to a show that's 2.5 hours long, one wrestler there will blow your mind.
Yes.
Not every match. You're going to have matches that are basic.
I remember a 3XW event.
3XW, by the way, is a local pro wrestling company here in Des Moines.
3X Wrestling, 3XW. I don't know.
3xwrestling.com. Look it up. Support them. They're good people.
But they decided to have a pre-show match, which, you know, they usually don't do.
Oh, that was my first ever 3XW event.
Was
I
it?
Talking about it. Triple threat?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
with SM King.
SM King, Jeff O'Shea, I believe his name is, and Lord Matthews.
Lord Matthews.
That's who it is.
yes.
Okay. And these guys put on the
best.
Oh my God.
That had me hooked.
It was
being the first 3XW match I saw. Oh man.
It was an awesome match, and that was just a pre-show.
They did a suicide dive, I do believe.
Yeah.
SM King did it.
They did a apron bump,
Yep.
which was right in front of us because we were front row.
Yeah.
And that
Crazy match.
That match was awesome. It was just the first match, and you know we said the rest of the show to go with. The show was awesome, but that match was
That
just
stole it.
It just stole the show.
I believe Jeremy Wyatt was the heavyweight champion at the time.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I think that was when he had that title. That was when he was pissing off that one fat chick.
Oh man, that was great. I have another story. It's about the King brothers.
Oh God.
These guys are
Fat ones.
they are huge.
They follow us on Twitter. They're cool people.
But you know they were I will never forget. They were making their entrances. One of them brought out a fan had a bottle of water in his hand. As one's trying to, you know, walk past around the turnbuckle post, one of the King brothers is yelling at a fan to get heat, and he slaps the water bottle, and it gets on the King brothers tag team partner, and he turns around to the crowd. Who threw that water at me? I mean, he was just beyond mad.
That's great.
And then he was like, your own partner threw it on you. Oh, it was great. It's entertainment. It's
I remember
fun.
when the King brothers ripped up a sign and made the little kid cry.
Yeah.
That was at the Colt Cabana show.
Yeah. Oh man, Colt Cabana came and it was fun.
Colt Cabana.
Comedy equals money.
Yeah.
Funny equals
Comedy
money.
sells, man.
Colt Cabana's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I
have no complaints with Colt.
I think they should bring in more guests, but you know you have to have an
Have the
audience.
money.
So you people listening to this should go to wrestling events, especially 3X Wrestling, because they're cool. And wherever state you live in, just look up local wrestling events, find them out.
Figure out something. You clearly love pro wrestling if you're hearing our podcast.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're listening this long into it. We're
like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean,
Not bad for our first one. By the way, to let you guys know, we had nothing out.
nothing.
None of this is pre-written. This is all just us going.
And it will forever be that way because that's what
That's
makes
our
it
way.
good.
Same with pro wrestling, man. It's just, you can go with it.
Oh yeah, we could talk about pro wrestling for hours. That's why we do this.
Yeah, we do. We talk about pro wrestling for hours on our free time. We talk about it at work. We work together.
But BTUWrestlingNews.com, that's our site. We have new podcasts every Tuesday.
And are we going to do the Money in the Bank one? The Money in the Bank recap feelings one? I know it'll be a shorter one than this.
I might have work. We can try. Yes, because it's on the network. We can watch it.
You
So
can
yes.
just watch it right when you get off at 11.
So our next one will be a Money in the Bank only podcast.
It'll be out on probably a Monday.
We'll do podcast on that, and then Monday nights when we tape this podcast. So tape it Monday nights right after Monday Night RAW, and then air it on Tuesdays. So we have today's first debut.
Yes,
Sunday's
it is.
Money in the Bank podcast, and then a following weekly one on Tuesday. But that is our show. That was
our first show for the day.
The ultimate podcast for all things pro wrestling.
The ultimate podcast for all things pro wrestling. BTU Wrestling News.
Like us
Podcast.
on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Please send your donations. Every penny counts. We love you and we support you guys, the fans. You are what makes wrestling is what it is, and you keep this podcast going. And thank you guys. We will see you guys next week.